Hi everybody, my name is Michael from the Online Privacy Guide podcast. I'm glad that you are here again with me on the 5th episode already, and this time we want to talk about browser history stealing. Okay, so what is that? Normally when we are surfing the web and we are exploring different sites, we assume as a normal user that we are safe and our history is private. Okay, normally that is that case, especially if we are using different plugins, or if we are aware of that we want to protect our privacy and that we use different tools like maybe even a firewall or a antivirus program and things like that. So we kind of assume that our history, especially our browser history, is private. Well, there's a method that certain companies and certain websites use to extract your browser history from your browser to discover which sites you have visited and which ones not. That is done through JavaScript or through a different method that can also be done through CSS. They're both scripting or programming languages that are used in almost every website that you can imagine, and especially in the big ones and the fancy ones, you can be almost sure that it uses JavaScript or that it uses CSS. So using these languages is nothing special. So you can see it. Okay, if that is used, then it could be that my history is being stolen from me. It is a very common thing. And these languages, they're being used to, they were being used to write a certain script that compares certain websites with the websites that you have been visited. So they have a little database, or a big database, maybe with a couple of thousand websites, and then they want to see, okay, which of these websites did the user is just visiting my website, which of those did he visit? So they are comparing all these different websites with your browser, and if you actually did visit them. So they can't just take all your browser history and just grab it from you and steal it from you. That doesn't work. So they have to compare it, and that is done really fast. So they can do thousands and thousands of websites within a couple of seconds that you are visiting a certain website. So they can find out quite a lot about you. Which websites you visited, and of course you don't realize that they're stealing or that they're comparing these things, and it could be very handy, especially if you're selling things, or if you're into advertising and stuff like that, the website that you're visiting from. So it is pretty dangerous, and maybe you're wondering how they can do that. Well, it's done pretty easily, because how you have, when you click on a certain link, then you have it changes the color. Once you come back, then you can see, okay, the link changes the color, so you know that you visited that link already, or that website already that it links to. And exactly that feature, that is what they are using to gather these informations about it, because the script, that is how they compare it with, So if it's a certain color, then okay, you've been visiting it, so we can log that as visited. So you can check this functionality, or this features. You can or the script, you can check it out on the internet on different websites like whattheinternetknowsaboutYou.com. You can check it out, and there it compares different websites and shows them then to you. It is definitely a crazy experience, especially if you think that you're actually private. So for me, it was quite kind of shocking when I checked it out. So yes, they can steal your history, but there's also things that you can do against it. Just in the settings of Firefox, for example, you can just go on Tools, and you can click on Options. Then you go on the Content tab, and then you go on the Colors button. And then on the Visited Links, you choose the same color as the unvisited links, and then you uncheck the allow pages to choose their own colors instead of my sections above. Then you need to uncheck, and then you click OK. And after you've done that, the browser always, for every single link, it doesn't matter if you visit it or not, it shows you the same blue color. That is one method that you can hinder these websites from stealing your browsing history. But it also takes away some comfort of you, of course, because the history, it is kind of nice if you know which links you've been visiting already, especially if there are many links already on their website. So that would be one method. But another method is you can use a certain plugin. It's called the Stanford Safe History, and you can get that link in the show notes now on my website, onlineprivacyguide.com. And that claims to make this feature or this problem, claims to take it away without interfering in these colors. So that is also an option you can check out. But for me, the best solution that I would recommend you is just to delete your browsing history, and do that on a regular basis. So if you maybe delete it once every week, or once or twice every week, then you maybe have a couple days that you have the browsing history, and after that you delete it. So even if that happens to you, then they know only a couple days, or depending when you've done it, only 1 day or 2 days. So that would, for me, be the solution that I would offer you, and I would recommend you to do that, because then you know that you are safe, and you know that there's actually no browsing history that they can get from you. So that was Online Privacy Guide podcast for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could learn something new and get some information again how you can protect your privacy on the internet. And I hope that we'll see each other again in 14 days. And if you want some more information about this topic, online privacy and protecting your privacy on the internet, then go check my website. It's www.online-privacy-guide.com. And until then, see you later. Bye bye.